welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, the holidays are coming up, and I am sure many of you and your families will be visiting Spain. So, you can help your family to just survive and speak a little bit of Spanish just to get about while they're here. But if you don't have time to be the family translator, just pass this video on to them and I'm sure it will help them enormously. So 25 phrases that will be very helpful when you come to Spain for your next holiday. Right? Okay. I am sure we all know hola, so I won't bother saying hola. Everyone knows that. So we're going to start with buenos dias, which is pretty much the same, or buenas tardes if it's in the evening. So it's just saying hi if it's in the evening, good evening. Buenas tardes. So instead of buenos, you would say buenas if you're going to add tarde to that mix. Buenas tardes if it's the afternoon. Buenos dias if it's in the morning. Okay, so that's our first thing that I'll have to say that we need today, just to know. Buenos dias, buenas tardes. So good evening, good morning, or just hi, good morning, and evening. Good evening, buenas tardes. Right, whenever we meet someone new, the first thing we do after saying hi, hola, buenos dias, buenas tardes, logically you would introduce yourself. So it's a very easy word, soy, which is I am, soy. So I would say soy Carrie. Soy Carrie. Easy. Think of soy sauce. Soy Carrie. I'm Carrie. Okay? Maybe you want to say where you're from. Say then you would just add a de next to that. Soy de Londres. Soy de Canada. Okay, so I would invite you here to learn a few countries, the name of a few countries. Perhaps you're just going to have to learn Irlanda or Inglaterra, which is Ireland or England. Just learn a few more that you might find useful. Okay, so soy is I am, and I'm from soy de. Okay, soy de Inglaterra. Okay. Soy de Jamaica. Soy de China. Okay? From England, from Jamaica, from China, wherever you're from. That's a good sentence. Now, that's quite basic. Okay, the next one I have is, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Lo siento. Lo siento. Repeat. Lo siento. Lo siento. No hablo español. No hablo español, ¿ok? Lo siento, no hablo español. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Quite easy. Lo siento, no hablo español. Easy for you, there you go. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. We all say this in the beginning. I don't speak Spanish. Lo siento. Lo siento. I don't speak Spanish. People are quite accommodating in Spain, and a lot of times people will tell you that they don't speak English, but they do, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, so we have to make the effort to try and get a few Spanish words or sentences in. Okay, we don't want to be rude. It's always nice when you speak somebody else's language, isn't it? Right, okay. Number 5, I found, well, I think this is quite a useful sentence to know. Escríbemelo. This is quite a mouthful. Escríbemelo. Escribe is write. Escríbemelo. Escríbemelo. Write it for me. Escríbemelo. Okay? Escríbemelo. Escríbemelo. Y lo busco en mi traductor. Okay? Write it for me and I'll look for it in my translator. or I look it up on my translator. Okay, so maybe you have a phone, maybe you have Google Translate, and if they write it down for you, you can translate. It's cheating, but it's helpful. I bet you never thought about that one, right? Okay, escríbemelo y lo busco en mi traductor. Just give them, hopefully no one will run away with your phone, but maybe they can even write it on a bit of paper and you could put it in your translator, okay? You don't want to give your phone to some random person and they run off with it. I will not take responsibility for that one, okay? So write it for me, and I look it up, okay? I look it up on my translator, okay? Right, number 6, I'm sure you've heard this one. Habla inglés? To be polite, we would say habla. If the person's around your age and you want to seem a little less formal, you would say hablas with the S. Hablas inglés? Okay? If I feel as though I'm feeling you, you know, I don't need to be extra polite, I don't need to be formal, I would say hablas instead of habla. If it's an elderly person or someone that you feel you want to give respect to, you would say, habla inglés? Habla inglés? Do you speak English? Repeat. Habla inglés? Habla inglés? There you go. Do you speak English? Do you speak English? It's kind of rude of us, isn't it, really? To go to another country and say, do you speak my language? We should learn their language. But there you go. This is why we're here today, to do just that. Right, next one. As I said, and this relates to what I said before about most Spanish people saying they don't speak English, but realistically, I would say 90% of people do speak some English. It might not be a lot of English, but they do have basic understanding of English. People I come across at least, okay? And in the big city, definitely 90% or 95%, okay? Habla, okay. So you would probably employ this just to show that their English is better than your Spanish. You could say something like this. Tu inglés, so your English, tu inglés es mejor, is better que mi español. Tu inglés es mejor que mi español. Tu inglés es mejor que mi español. Okay? So your English is better than my Spanish. Okay? That's all we're saying here. Your English is better than my Spanish, which is normally the case, okay? This is embarrassing for us, okay? It's embarrassing for us, but it's normally the case. People tend to speak more English than we do other foreign languages. Right, okay, moving on. Sometimes we do already speak a little bit of the language and we just want to say, look, speak a little slower, please. So then you would employ this. Habla más lento, por favor. Habla más lento, por favor. Okay? Speak slower, please. Habla, speak, más lento, slower, por favor. Please, por favor. Okay? Speak slower, please. Speak slower, please. Or please speak slower. Right. Sometimes we get very nervous, especially when we're in a new place. Our surroundings are new and we get a little bit nervous. And people, especially in the big cities, in the capitals, can get a little bit impatient. And so this is a nice sentence for you. Un poco de paciencia, por favor. Un poco, a bit. Un poco de paciencia, of patience, por favor. Un poco de paciencia. A little patience, please. Un poco de paciencia, por favor. Eh? A little patience, please. Okay? And with the facial expression and the gestures, of course they're going to have patience with you. Okay? A little patience, please. A little patience, please. Okay? You know, people in big cities, they do get a bit nervous. You know, hurry up, move, because they're all in a hurry. Un poco de paciencia, por favor. Okay, un poco de paciencia. Okay, just a little patience. I'm doing my best. Okay, right. Next one. Everywhere we go, we spend money. We just love spending money, don't we? Especially when we go on holiday. We have to buy those souvenirs for friends and families, or whatever it might be. So this question comes in very handy. ¿Cuánto cuesta? I bet you know that one, right? ¿Cuánto cuesta eso? And we depend, there's a bite. We depend a lot on gesture or signaling. ¿Cuánto cuesta eso? Okay, how much does that cost? That, eso, that right there. ¿Cuánto cuesta? A ver, ¿cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much is that? How much is it? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much is that? Okay? ¿Cuánto cuesta es? How much is that? ¿Cuánto cuesta eso? How much does that cost? Quite literally. How much does that cost? ¿Cuánto cuesta eso? Right. The next one, because this is in no particular order at all, perhaps I should have put it at the top though. Un placer, which is a pleasure, or mucho gusto. It's like, pleased to meet you. If somebody says, yeah, my name is Kerry, I would say, mucho gusto, nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. It's like, a lot of pleasure, mucho gusto. Or simply, un placer. Un placer is just saying, it's a pleasure. Okay, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure. Okay, it's a pleasure. Pleasure. Okay, right. Next, number 12. And with number 12, whenever you see a star, it's just a gentle reminder to say you need to revise this. So for number 12, I would say it's a reminder to learn places in the town. So for example, estación de tren, estación de autobús, estación, whatever it, taxi, la iglesia, el museo, la catedral. So places in town. This is an invitation to learn places in town. So you can then say, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Where's the library? Though you're not going to go on holiday and ask for the library, are you? But you might need the hospital. ¿Dónde está el hospital? Okay? It's the same word in Spanish, but just with a little bit of jazz. Hospital. So that the H is not pronounced. ¿Dónde está el hospital? Okay? For example. So, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Where is? And then you would attach the place in town you're looking for. Okay? Right. Number 13, which is a must, you need to learn your numbers. Because we need to, maybe someone will ask you the time, or maybe you will need the time. Imagine you haven't got a watch and you've forgotten your mobile in the hotel. Okay, maybe you need to get somewhere very quickly and you need to know the time, okay? So, ¿tiene la hora? Literally is, do you have the hour? Do you have the time? Okay? ¿Tiene la hora? ¿Tiene la hora? ¿Tiene la hora? Do you have the time? What time is it? Okay? Do you have the time? Do you have the time? Do you know what time it is? Do you have the time? What time is it? Gracias. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Por favor. Por favor. Please. Por favor. Please. De nada. De nada. Well, you're welcome. De nada. De nada. You're welcome. So, gracias. Thank you. Por favor. Please. De nada. You're welcome. Okay? So, thanks. Please. And you're welcome. De nada. Here's your money. Gracias. De nada. All right. Okay. And number 15. Perdóname. 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 Oh, forgive me. Maybe you've stepped on somebody's foot. Perdóname. Okay, lo siento. Perdóname. Forgive me. Okay, right. Let's move on because I don't want this to be too long. Right. Okay. Next one we have for you is dame un. Okay, so when I was at school, I got taught quisiera, which is I would like, and I think this is a very British way of asking for things. But when I got to Spain, I realized that nobody used that sentence at all. I was literally the only person walking around saying, quisiera esto y esto, por favor. Everyone else say dame. And to us it sounds rude, dame, which is give me. But that's the way, and it's easier to learn, and that's the way people speak. So, dame un kilo de manzana. Give me a kilo of apple, por favor. Still put the por favor on the end because it's polite, okay? Dame una cerveza, por favor. Dame I don't know, un melón, por favor. So whatever it is, it'll be good for you to learn some objects here that perhaps is objects that you will need, or food items, because obviously you might need to ask for it when you're abroad. Think of the objects or the foods or items of clothing that you might buy when you're abroad, and look those up in the dictionary and then apply it to this structure. Dame un, so give me a, and whatever you want to buy, plus the por favor, please. Okay, next one. No quiero bolsa, gracias. No quiero is I don't want. No quiero bolsa, I don't want a bag. Thank you. They give bags for everything, and sometimes we have bags in our bag that we travel with, and we don't want plastic. So, gracias, pero no bolsa, no quiero bolsa, I don't want a bag. And they always offer you a bag because you pay for the bag. You paid 10 or 15 cents for a plastic bag. So perhaps you don't want the bag, and as you will be offered a bag, perhaps it's a good phrase for you to have. No quiero bolsa, por favor. Okay? No quiero bolsa, gracias. I don't want a bag, thanks. Okay? I don't want a bag, thank you. Okay? Right, number 18. Love this. No pasa nada. No pasa nada. I love this sentence. It's okay. No pasa nada. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. No pasa nada. Okay? Maybe someone's pidiéndote perdón, saying sorry to you for something that they've done. No pasa nada. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No pasa nada. Don't worry about it. Okay? Right. Next one. No te preocupes. Quite similar. Don't worry. No te preocupes. Don't worry. It's nonsense. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay, please don't kill me, Bob Marley, for butchering that song. No te preocupes. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. Next one. Necesito ayuda. I need help. Necesito. Again. Necesito ayuda. Necesito, I need, ayuda, help. I need, uh-oh. I need help. Okay? Next one. Me pone un, again, we wouldn't use quisiera, you would just say give me or put me. They use the verb poner, which is to say give me something. Okay? Me pone, it's another way of saying can I have this or that when you're in a restaurant or when you're in a restaurant or a bar. Me pone un agua? Can I have can you bring me? Can you bring me? Me pone, can you bring me un agua? Una botella de agua? I would say una botella de agua. O una botella de agua, o una cerveza. Who knows what cerveza is? I'm sure you already know that. O un zumo. A zumo is a juice. Un zumo Por favor. Por favor. Okay, so can you bring me a bottle of water, a beer, or juice, please? Okay. Number 22. We all need this one. Es muy caro. Es muy caro. Es muy caro. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. Okay? They always try to get more money out of tourists, don't they? Es muy caro. No lo quiero. I don't want it. No lo quiero. Gracias. Es muy caro. It's very expensive. Es muy caro. Thanks, but no thanks. Moving on. This happens often, so be careful. You know, it happens even in places that it's not so touristic. It's happened to me many a times where they've given me the wrong change. So this is a fantastic sentence if someone's given you the wrong change. Se ha equivocado de cambio, okay? Le di 20 euros. So you made a mistake with the change. I gave you 20 euros. Invitation to learn your numbers and to know your notes. 10 euros, 10 euros, 20 euros, 50 euros, 100 euros, and so on. So learn your numbers, and this is a sentence you would apply just in case they give you back the wrong change. You're not going to just take it like a fool and walk away. You're going to say, look, I think you made a mistake with the change. Okay? Se ha equivocado de cambio. Okay? So you've made a mistake with my change. Okay? Right. Very important one. Next one, no me gusta, I don't like it. No me gusta. Lots of times people will invite you to buy things and this is a lovely sentence. No me gusta, okay? I don't like that, thank you. Straight to the point and you move on. I don't like it. I don't like it. And the last one, maybe you love it. Me encanta. I love it. Me encanta. I love it. I love it. Okay? I love it. Okay? Maybe somebody would offer you something and say, how is it? Me encanta. I love it. What do you think of such and such a person? Me encanta. I love him. Okay? I love whatever it is. Me encanta. I love it. So, I feel as though this is a little bit rushed, but this is your video. This is your session on 25 essential phrases for your holiday in Spanish, okay? There you go. And please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Adios, and of course, adios, nos vemos. Adios, chicos, bye.